Stephanie Strong isn't any stranger to legal maneuvering. And Stephanie, you began this journey into nominating petitions when you ran for the U.S. House.
Yes, that's correct.
And you discovered early on that even though you had more than enough signatures, they would throw them out on a technicality.
Oh, yeah, pull you in and go through the book and say out, out, out. There you go.
You're out of here.
That's
All right. Well, and I guess if you follow the letter of the law, maybe that's okay. But let's talk about the letter of the law. Then it applies to you.
Yeah, the letter of law applies to me on technical issues. I don't think so.
But maybe not to everybody.
No.
You began a journey for justice on or about August 30th of 2012, when Brian Gosch, now Speaker of the House, had nominated himself by notarizing his own nominating petitions, which many of us believe is a clear violation of law, including, as I understand it, former Secretary of State Chris Nelson said he would have thrown Gosch's nominating petitions out because they violated the law.
That's correct. The South Dakota notary law is you cannot notarize any document on its face that you have an interest in.
Bingo. Well, you and I understand that, but apparently the letter of the law only applies to those of us who are not Speaker of the House or attorneys. Let's talk about your journey for justice. On August 30th, Judge Davis was ordered to preside over the case, and you had him recused.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Well, because I was not going to get what's right in the law. He was not going to be there to do what was right.
You thought he had some conflict.
Yes.
Okay. Then begins the football game. It was referred then to Judge Kern, and on or about September 7th, she recused herself.
Well, actually, Judge Trimble was first.
He was first. Then I get so confused. Who's got the ball? Who's on first here? So we've got Judge Trimble, then Judge Kern, then Judge Thorstensen. Who next recused themselves?
Well, actually, Judge Robert Mandel took the case.
No kidding.
Yeah, gave me a hearing.
Judge number 5 finally agreed to hear it. Okay, so then that was in September, and you had filed a writ of mandamus. And just for the sake of our viewers, just give a layman's description of what that is.
It's an immediate action in a courtroom because it has to be something that has to be addressed immediately.
Okay, and immediately isn't apparently in the judicial system's vocabulary. But on September 29th, then after all this had happened, then I want to back up. The 18th of September, the Attorney General filed a motion to move the case from Rapid City to Pierre.
That's right.
And then that wasn't good enough for Brian Gosch, the Pennington County Republican Party. They joined in the lawsuit, or got involved in the parade.
Well, they tried to, but they didn't even have a request for a hearing yet. No notice of a hearing.
Still no hearing.
No.
And then we continue now with Brian Gosch and the Pennington County Republican Party in tow, heading toward a hearing someday in the great somewhere. Then the venue was changed, so now it's in Pierre. Judge Kathleen Trimble, or Trandle, am I saying that right? Trandle finally agreed to give you a hearing, but...
That's right. December 28th, I get a hearing.
But it was by the telephone.
It was by telephone.
How did you receive notice?
Well, I got it. Well, what happened is the email came from the judge. I had called her. I said, I need a hearing. And she said, I do. She said, let me set up the hearing by email. And everybody was out of the office as far as for Christmas break and everything.
Okay. So December 28th, finally you get the hearing.
Right. But I had told the judge, I said, I am going to go ahead with this hearing without it being 10 days in advance, but I am not waiving my rights to receive those documents that would come prior to 10 days in advance,
But
so that I would have a chance to respond to what they were trying to do with those briefs.
But again, the letter of the law is only good when it works against you, not for you. So you didn't get any of those documents. They had filed briefs and motions and a stack of stuff that that you didn't even get to see until after the fact.
Well, and after the fact, and not only that, but the order to allow them to intervene was signed the day before my hearing.
It's a journey for justice that seems to know no bounds. We're going to talk in another segment about what happens next. But at this point, months go by, judge after judge passes the football, and I just want to say, Stephanie Strong, when you're filing nominating petitions, you better behave and watch the letter of the law. But if the Speaker of the House wants to violate the law, well, things happen.